Hi everyone, welcome back to Gogomu Jaji Spiritual Channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. For those of you who have subscribed, I very much thank you guys. And those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. Okay, this is a spiritual channel where we talk about everything concerning spirituality, everything concerning our religion and stuff like that. Okay, so the chosen ones, I just want to let you know that you guys, you tend to think that you have enemies. Okay, there is no such thing as an enemy. Okay, you don't have enemies. Most of the people that you actually calling enemies, they are not necessarily your enemies. They are actually your admirers. It is very difficult for them to accept the fact that they admire you in a way. Hence, their admiration turns into something like hate. You know, they hate the fact that they love you. You get what I'm saying? That's exactly the energy that they're going through. They're going through some kind of like a mixed emotions because they admire you. They see you as someone that they can actually relate to, or someone that they can actually trust, or someone that can actually give them advice, things and stuff like that. But because they are naive, they just don't want to accept the fact that they see you as a friend, they see you as a brother, they see you as a sister. Okay, hence they turn their love into hate. It's more like mixed emotions. They hate to love you, hence they know they love you. Hence, most of the time you will find that the people that are actually following you are not actually your friends, but rather those that you consider that they are your enemies. Perhaps we don't have to categorize them as enemies, because we tend to think that people are actually our enemies when they are not. The people that are actually our enemies, they are the ones that we trust the most, the one that we keep around our circles, the ones that we think that you can actually depend on, the ones that we actually think that we can actually trust more. Those are actually our enemies, the ones that are actually there to give us the shoulder when we actually going through some heavy moments. Those are actually our enemies, because they know more, they understand more about you, they know your weaknesses, they know your strengths. Okay, so we just have to be careful about who exactly are we calling enemies, who are our enemies exactly. Okay, because the best, or rather the worst enemy of someone who is actually a divine person, or should I call it that, okay, it's actually you, your inner self. What you thinking, what you narrate, what you thinking about yourself, how you see yourself, how you narrate things, how you know, exactly. That itself is the enemy. Okay, how you think, your mindset, your heart, your emotions, those are your enemies. Hence, you have to work on them, because they are the ones that they can actually destroy you. The next person can never do anything to you. They can provoke you, but if you are emotionally stable, their ways of provoking you will never make an effect in your life, will never eventually put some kind of like an effect in your life, simply because you are emotionally stable. Okay, someone can actually hurt you, but then if your heart is in the right place, your heart chakra is actually balanced, nothing will actually happen. You will know that, oh, it's one of those things, I have to just let it pass, let it pass, let it pass. Exactly like that. Okay, you know, what we think, how we see things, that's the enemy itself. So the people who are actually are trying to badmouth you, they're just naive. They just don't want to accept the fact that they see the good in you. You know, when people are starting to talk about you, it simply means that they admire you. There is something good that you're actually doing, but they just don't want to accept it. They just don't want to see it. They just want to suppress it. And the more they suppress it, the more they realize that no, this is good. No, this is actually good. Okay, so you don't have to feel bad about it. You don't have to feel offended about such people. You don't have to feel betrayed about such people. You must actually be happy. Know that actually you hit in the right direction. That's exactly when you will know that no, I'm on the right path. This is my path. I'm actually doing something good because someone is actually talking about it. Someone is actually against it. Okay, then you know that, oh, I'm on the right path. Whatever that I'm doing is actually good. It's actually reaching the rightful people. Eventually, they just want to change and become the better versions of themselves. But because they are naive, they will keep on saying, you see this one, you see that one, you see this, you see that. They just don't want to face their own demons. They just don't want to face their own shadow. Okay, they just don't want to deal with their own self. Okay, they just don't want to do that, or what we call the self introspection. They just don't want to do their own shadow work. You know that dealing with your own demons, facing your own demons, it can actually be powerful, because that's when you know your weaknesses, you know your own strength, and by so doing, you know that no, this is my weakness, and you accept your own weakness automatically. So it becomes your a weakness no more, exactly, because you have made peace with it. You have made peace with how things are. You cannot be perfect. You're not a ruler. Okay, we are here to make mistakes, learn from our mistakes, move forth. So if someone is here on this earth to actually judge you as to how many mistakes you're actually making, they are not focusing on themselves. They are not focusing on their own spiritual path. They're actually focusing on you, and you are busy making yourself better. You are busy fixing yourself. You are busy doing your own shadow work. So eventually they are helping you to discover, because when you do something bad, they are the ones who will actually notice at first that no, there you made a mistake, and boom, they are at the interest of your heart, because automatically now, oh, I was not aware that whatever that I was doing was actually wrong. Eventually you correct you correct it, and you move on, and you become a better version of yourself. They might think that they are there to actually destroy you, but no, that's not the case. Don't see it like that, because that is not actually the truth. The truth is, these people are actually here to help you, elevate. And as you elevate, as you transform with Raven and become a better version of yourself. They can't even face you when you're actually at that state. Okay, because now you understand yourself better. You know who you are. You know yourself from the core of your heart. You know yourself from the core, from within. Okay, so you don't have to see them as the enemies. They are actually your admirers. Okay, hence there is a saying that your followers are not necessarily your friends. Okay, it is mostly your so-called, we might call them enemies, but I don't see them as enemies. You get what I'm saying. We just have to be grateful for everything that is actually happening in our lives, because eventually it's happening in our highest good. You will eventually understand yourself, discover your soul mission. What is it that you're supposed to do in life through such people? Okay, the more they attack you, the more you realize what you're missing. Okay, the more they attack you, the more you realize what is it that is missing in your life. Okay, and by so doing, eventually you are busy working on yourself. You are busy transforming. You are busy growing. You are busy transforming day in and day out. So don't worry about who says what about you. When someone is actually talking about you, it means that there is something good that you're actually doing. Even dogs, they actually bark at a moving car. A dog can sit next to a car, but once you start igniting and the car will go vroom, the dog will start barking. because now they can see that now this car is actually moving. This car can actually chase me, or rather hit me, things and stuff like that. Same applies to us human beings. Okay, when someone starts talking about you badly, or rather something bad or rather good, it means something. It means that you are moving. Okay, exactly. But when people are quiet, are not saying anything, that's when you should worry. Then you will know that my love, my life, not rather my love, my life is stagnant. It's not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm stuck like that. Okay, so you just have to be grateful. So be careful who you calling your enemies. Be careful. The enemy is within. The enemy comes from here. The enemy is how you see yourself. The enemy is how you think. Okay, exactly. That is the enemy, because you are fighting something that you cannot actually see. Okay, you are fighting something that you can not actually touch. So hence we have to make sure that we balance all the chakras of our bodies. Pray, whatever that you believe in, meditate, whatever, guys. Okay, do whatever that needs to be done so that you can become a better version of yourself and empower yourself and better your life, in every level of your life. Okay, that's exactly what I'm trying to say here. Stop saying that enemies, I have enemies, I have realized that there is no such thing as an enemy. An enemy actually comes from within. So our divine people, that's all that I'm having for you, your messages. Okay, your message for now. Okay, so remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button just so you will know next time when I post a video. All right, so that's all that I'm having for you for now. Okay, so bye bye guys for now. Okay, take care.